Bola Nwaya and welcome. This is Mapa coming to you live from the comfort of my home. Um, I'm here in my couch and I thought of hopping on here um, to greet you all on December 1st. This is the last month of the year. It is a special month as well. Some may look at it as, the busy time of the year, the festive season. And lots of excitement. But I consider this as um, a time to really focus um, on the Advent um, events of this month. And so today is December 1, and I welcome you here. Some of you may have already it's a day ahead, so it's probably your second day of the month, but I'm just excited. And today is Motivation Monday, but I like to focus more on the Advent and how it is helping me, just to stay motivated. And I hope that this will encourage you as well. And so tonight is just talking about hope. As we go through this season, hope is the kind that really doesn't just sit in your heart, but it lifts your spirit, it steadies your faith and reminds you that God is still writing your story. So don't ever think that He is done. He is not done with us yet. He's still molding us and helping us. And so I just want to share with you that, that there is hope. The Advent begins with hope, not just a feeling, but just a holy reminder that God is still moving in our lives. Hope is that strength that we lean on in seasons we don't understand. And the moments we feel heavy, the moments we feel like struggles, and when we feel heavy, the days we wondered if things would ever shift, things would ever change. And that is when we need that hope. And so, but Christmas really whispers a powerful truth, the new beginning. A new beginning is still possible. And light is still coming. Every little door on that Advent calendar reminds us that something good is on the way. A promise is unfolding. Blessing is being prepared. And hope really doesn't ignore reality. It declares that God has the final word. And so as we begin Advent, may your heart feel lighter, your faith feel steadier, and your spirit feels renewed, because the story isn't over, and God's goodness is closer than you think. I truly believe in that. And so today, as we celebrate that Advent, that first day of Advent, or the first day of December, last month of the year, I want to share a little bit about something that I have started with my family and especially my grandchildren. Something that I never did before. Now that I have grandchildren, I get to, be more creative and just little reminders of, what Advent is. And so it was exciting this evening when I watched my grandchildren do those little activities on their first Advent day of the month, and it just brings joy to my heart to see that. And so I'm excited to see every day of this month until the day of Christmas. So I have these little activities that I prepared for them, and today was day one, and it was such a joy to see them. And so I'm excited to see tomorrow's activities. But going back to this Go Live, how that hope led me here, or led us here. Um, there was a season I want to share here because this is my story. If you're watching me for the first time, I'm a registered nurse, still working full time, and I started um, this digital business a year, going on 7 months, 6 months now. And it just continues to amaze me, the things that I have learned and grown, and having to share my story here. And so this is my hope story. There was a season when I prayed for more time, more peace, more stability, more room to breathe between work and family. And God didn't just give comfort, you know, He He gave a pathway. This digital business became a doorway of hope for me and for my family, a doorway of possibility. I can say a doorway of new beginnings, and a doorway that allowed us to dream beyond paychecks, shifts, and limitations. And every skill that I've learned felt like, God was placing tools in my hands. I've been a nurse for 29 plus years, um, and that's a skill, and that's a profession that I love. I loved ever since I started working as a nurse. And there are skills that I've learned to master. But and now that I have shifted to being a clinic nurse, there are also skills that I'm learning here. Something that was unfamiliar to me, but I'm just excited to learn all these. And here in the business, I have learned a totally whole new set of skills that has brought me here to create, a life like this, and something that I can share my story as well as the things that I value, and living, a work life balance. And that is what I really found, starting to, when I started this business, that yes, you can choose to live a balanced life. And this is one way that I have learned that through God's help, and His guidance. And that every small win and every mailbox blessing, every new partner, every connection whispered the same truth, and that is, keep going. I am with you. And that I believe that, when God has opened a door, like I've shared earlier, that He shows the possibilities, that something that I never knew I had, that I never knew I could do. And He continues to remind me to just keep going, to just keep taking those steps. And through those open doors, go through them, because He is there to guide me. And so that is the reminder that I keep, assuring myself, just keep going, just keep showing up, stay consistent, because I am with you. And that is what faith looks like: steady, obedient, trusting one step at a time. Because this journey taught me, when you take a small step in faith, God multiplies it. And I truly believe in that. When you move in obedience, He opens doors no one can shut. And how amazing is that? When you commit to growth, He brings the increase. This isn't, it isn't just a business. I can say that it's like it is a blessing. I see it as a blessing. I see it as a provision. I see it as a testimony in motion. And so tonight, I pray that anyone that is watching who has been praying for something more, maybe feel that, may you feel that same hope that I'm sharing tonight. Um, and so here's a question for you. What is one thing you're hoping God will restore or renew in this Advent season? What is one thing that you're hoping God will restore or renew in this Advent season? So drop in the comments. Let me see here. Yeah, drop in the comments, and I'd love to hear from you what you have to share. Yeah. And so before I end my Go Live tonight, I have an affirmation for you as I say to myself. You can write it down for yourself. And this is how it goes. I begin this Advent with hope. My story is not finished. God is moving even in the unseen. I'll say this again. I begin this Advent with hope. My story is not finished. God is moving even in the unseen. And so I encourage you that as we step into this Advent season, this month, last month of the year in December, remember, God is not done with your story. Yes, your prayers are not forgotten. Your steps of faith are not wasted. Something good is on the way. Trust that and believe in it. And I hope, and hope is leading you there. So, so that is our live for tonight. I thank you for joining me. I hope that something that I have shared tonight has encouraged you, has nudged something in you or sparked something in you to remind you that God is not finished. He is working and guiding us and helping us in our journeys. And so I thank you for joining me tonight. May this week be filled with peace, be filled with hope, and God's gentle reminders that He is with you. So thank you for being here. I hope that something here has blessed you. Share it with someone that you know needs to hear this, to be encouraged, to stay motivated. And I thank you, I wish you all a wonderful evening, day, whatever time zone. Binaka, Foyexia, and God bless.